Ubisoft has launched a new story trailer for Star Wars Outlaws, revealing protagonists Kay and Nix will need to travel to the far reaches of the galactic underworld to build a reputation with legendary criminal organizations, including the highly lethal criminal syndicate Serek Besh, led by Sliro, the main antagonist for the game. The trailer also reveals Star Wars Outlaws will be launching for PS5, Xbox Series and PC this August 30, 2024. Pre-ordering any version of the game, either physical or digital, gives you the Kessel Runner bonus pack, including cosmetics for the speeder vehicle and Trailblazer spaceship. When pre-ordering, bear in mind that if you go with the physical version, you will require an internet connection to install the game as indicated on the cover. There are 3 editions for Star Wars Outlaws. First up is the standard edition on both physical and digital, going for $70 or the equivalent currency for your region. Then we have the gold edition for $110 or equivalent, also both physical and digital. It comes with a 3-day early access to the base game, so you can play on August 27, and includes the season pass giving you access to an exclusive mission at launch, a character cosmetic pack, and 2 narrative expansions to be released later. Last is the Ultimate Edition, which is digital only and goes for $130 or equivalent. It comes with everything in the Gold Edition, the 3-day early access, character cosmetic pack, and the season pass for future content, plus the Rogue Infiltrator and Sabak Shark bundles, with a set of skins for Kay, Nix, the Speeder and Trailblazer spaceship, and a digital artbook. And that's every option for Star Wars Outlaws at launch, and the contents for each one. You can find links to several retailers in the description below. Will you jump into the game at launch? Let us know in the comments. Welcome to Hype for Games. Here are more gaming news that you need to know. With companies giving more priority to making online or live service games over single player to maximize investment, there's a constant push and pull on what the future of the industry will look like. To that, Stellar Blade director Kim Hong-tae has talked about the importance of single player games in an interview with website RuliWeb, indicating that despite rising development costs and people recommending him to make games that have higher profit margins, what the industry needs is more variety. He said, and I quote, "Console titles, that is single player games with an ending, have a very important value in themselves. A market where such games continue to be made and coexist with other genres and platforms is healthier." He continued by saying that's why they will continue taking on the challenge of console games that allow gamers to enjoy to the end and return to reality feeling good. In a related story, director Kim Hong-tae and technical director Lee Dong-gi spoke with the PlayStation blog on the topic of Stellar Blade's design, saying that it was made so that everyone can enjoy the action. Skilled players can go against enemies by looking at their movements and combat flow, and adapting their battle style to be speed-focused, aggressive or cautious with new skills and equipment. But anyone who feels the game is too hard will be able to adjust the difficulty on the fly, even going into story mode, which offers an action assist feature that slows down enemies and shows screen prompts for parries and dodges. Stellar Blade will be out this April 26 for PS5, and Korean studio Shift Up has announced the game has officially gone gold, meaning the game is feature complete and now they work on post-launch patches. Will you be playing Stellar Blade at launch? Have you tried the demo? Share with us in the comments. Helldivers continues to dominate sales rankings for another month, amid console sales going further down as per the UK's March sales report from GameIndustry.biz. In terms of hardware, PS5 led the chart comfortably with sales going up 25% against February, but they were down 9% against March last year. Sony's console was selling a lot at the beginning of 2023, given they had just fixed the stock issues plaguing them since launch, so it's one of the reasons they can perform as well as last year. As for the other consoles, Switch landed second and grew 20% against the previous month, but fell 20% against last year. And third was Xbox with 19% up compared to February, but 18% down compared to last year. All of them totaled 117,000 units, with the segment performing better than February 2024 by 22%, but down from last year by 15%. Meanwhile, accessories continue doing really well, growing against February and last year by 20 and 16% respectively, with the Midnight Black DualSense rising to first, while the white one dropped to third. Then the PS Portal was up 6 spots from the 14th in February to the 8th in March. Moving to games, Helldivers took up the crown from February as it landed close to top spots each week. It's now even selling more than Spider-Man 2 after the same time frame, but we also have to take into account that Helldivers 2 is not a £70 title and launched on 2 platforms compared to the Insomniac game. In second place was EA Sports FC24 standing still in front of the goal, followed by Capcom's Dragon's Dogma 2 which debuted in third with just 2 weeks of being in the market. Finishing up the story at number 4 was WWE 2K24 with sales trending 8% more than 2K23, and closing the top 5 was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth with a full month of sales since the game came out last day of February. The rest of the top 10 had Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, Command & Conquer Generals, Grand Theft Auto 5 and Hogwarts Legacy dropped 3 spots each, and Command & Conquer Red Alert 2. Missing from the top 10 was Rise of the Ronin debuting at number 21, and affected by all the Command & Conquer games after a new bundle was released on Steam. Overall sales for the region were 26% higher compared to the same period last year. What games did you pick up last month? Sound off in the comments. Now it's time for a round of quickfire gaming news. Going back to more Helldivers 2, the Automaton faction has returned to the game despite players eradicating them over the past weekend. According to the developer, it was a vanguard team and now a larger fleet is causing trouble. Now anyone looking to get the platinum in the game can do so again, after it was blocked for a couple of days following the Automaton's supposed disappearance in the game's ever-evolving narrative. We don't know what Santa Monica Studios' next game will be, with multiple rumors of a new sci-fi IP from director Cory Barlog, or God of War remakes or remasters, but now new job ads kind of confirm more God of War is in their future. They are currently looking for a senior combat designer and a senior technical combat designer, who should be fluent with the combat design choices, systems, mechanics, and enemies in God of War 2018 and Ragnarok. It doesn't outright confirm a new God of War, but pretty much tells a new entry is happening sooner or later. Saber Interactive boss Matthew Kark believes that $70 games will eventually go away, as he explained in an interview with IGN that it's not sustainable for the market. He said that as games become more expensive to make, the $70 title is going to go the way of the dodo. Kark indicated that at Saber Interactive they would like to emulate a middle market similar to Helldivers, which is priced at $40. Currently they have a Space Marine 2 in the pipeline, and it will be a $70 game, but only because he's concerned people would think a cheaper price means poor quality. Ultimately, he believes the market will shift development with an emphasis on trying to find ways to reduce costs, which not necessarily lowers quality. EA has announced that Battlefield 2042 support for new content ended last month with the launch of Season 7 Turning Point, but it will continue to receive new challenges, events, and ongoing maintenance. Looking ahead into what's next for the Battlefield franchise, EA has added its Motive studio to the team, and they will work together with DICE, Criterion, and Ripple Effect to build a Battlefield universe across multiplayer experiences and single-player games. Dead Space remake executive producer Philip Ducharme and creative director Roman Campos Oriola will be the ones leading the Battlefield team in Motive, and sadly that probably slashes any hopes of a Dead Space 2 remake. EA Motive is also working on another game, which is the Iron Man title they announced in a team-up with Marvel last year, and is said to be hitting a major internal milestone as the team has made excellent progress this year. Fans trying to get all the Easter eggs for Cyberpunk 2077 may still have some work to do, as per an interview from associate game director Pavel Sasko with IGN during the recent GDC. Sasko said that he had seen articles listing all the Easter eggs for the game, but they didn't have everything. At least that's what they think, since Sasko pointed out there could be people who found some of the missing Easter eggs but just haven't shared them online. Some of the Easter eggs are still tied to the phone in Phantom Liberty, but the director didn't provide further hints. In the previous video we talked about Sea of Thieves being a key test in Microsoft bringing more Xbox games to other platforms, and it seems that can also happen for future Bethesda titles. User Subitek on Twitter has found the profile of former senior gameplay programmer Ryan Rusick, who left Zenimax Online Studios in November 2022. While there, he worked on a new engine for an unannounced project, leading the effort to make it running on third-party consoles. It doesn't mention PS5 specifically, but it's very likely that it includes Sony's console, and even more if it's a live service online game like The Elder Scrolls Online. Speaking of online games, one that can catch a break is Suicide Squad after a terrible Season 1 launch from Rocksteady, the lack of meaningful content for the Joker, and players dropping from the game according to Steam charts. To make things worse, several reports on Reddit indicate hackers are playing as upcoming season character models, including Deathstroke, and new skins for King Shark and the Joker. Reliable leaker Miller Ross had previously commented on the arrival of Slade Wilson with Season 4, which is expected by January 2025, followed by a last season to close the game. So it looks like Suicide Squad will only last a little more than a year. Rare has announced that Sea of Thieves will have a closed beta before launch, taking place this weekend from April 12th to 15th. If you want to try the game during this period, you need to pre-order any version from the PlayStation Store, and that will also get you an exclusive Cell skin. Playing the beta also gives you 10 levels in the Season 12 Battle Pass, and progression carries over to the full game, including experience, currency, cosmetic rewards, and trophy requirements. NetherRealm has revealed a new trailer for the next DLC character Ermac for Mortal Kombat 1, which has received a redesign after fan criticism upon his reveal as part of the Kombat Pack last year. The character will be in early access for Kombat Pack owners on April 16 and April 23 for everyone else. Also in the trailer is Mavado, who will join the cameo roster in May. And those are the PlayStation stories for today. Let me know what you think in the comments below, give this video a thumbs up or down to let me know your feedback, check out more content you may like as well, such as Sea of Thieves being a key test in more Xbox games going to PS5, and subscribe for more on PlayStation. Thank you so much for watching, my name is Joseph, this is Hyper Games, and I'll see you on the next one.